So today, the big project is to give our mudroom just a little Halloween vibe as well. So I think what I want to try to do is take these bats and do a little bit of that swarm that I know a bunch of people have done to great success, and maybe do like little ones here, slightly bigger ones here, and then the biggest ones over there, and kind of have it going through the pictures. And then I'm also going to try to get some cobwebs and spiders onto the pictures themselves, just to give them that aged look. So it won't be anything too elaborate, but at least it'll make the mudroom not look so drab. I'm glad I started this on the floor. I think it took a little bit longer than I was anticipating, but I will say the little stickies that came with these bats, which I think I just got on Amazon, the stickies were actually really easy to use. They didn't really stick like to my hand, but I'm glad I left the backing on them as well before going into the mudroom to actually put them up. Just allowed like transportation to be easier with the groupings, and that way if there were ones that I didn't use, I could just put them back in the box for next year and they're already ready to go. Okay, we're ready to go. Got my witch mug, and I actually really like this because it has it on both sides, and I'm a lefty, so when I hold cups, a lot of times I get one that I can't see the nice design. And I'm foregoing the apron today, just like the other day, as I've got my Halloween sweatshirt on. And I've laid out the bats, and let's see if I can get them up on the wall. So the idea here was to start with the smaller bats for the first section, and then for the middle section, go a little bit bigger with some of the small ones interspersed, and then kind of do the bigger ones so that it looks like a swarm coming through. I don't know if that's really the look I ended up achieving, but I do like the different sizes. I don't know that it makes it look like they're coming from far away and getting closer, which is what I think I had in my head. But it does give it some nice dynamics. I also used bats that have like little not pre-folded wings, but have an area where you can easily fold the wing up. And I did end up doing that on most of the bats because I think it made it look better. And then if there's any sort of like breeze that comes through or people are walking by, the wings do actually move a little bit. So it does make them look more real for a split second. It did help me to step back every once in a while to look from afar. I think I do that a couple times in the video, but that's essentially what I'm doing is I'm just stepping back a little bit to see the bats from far away, to see if there are any like major gaps that I need to fill in with other bats, whether it be smaller ones, bigger ones, what have you. So now I'm moving on to do the spider webs across these 3 picture frames. I realize now, I'm not sure how well you can actually see the spider web. I guess my head and my hair are kind of blocking it more than I thought it would. But I will show a close-up later in the video so that you can actually see what the spider webs looked like on each picture and how I added little spiders into each of them. I think what I learned throughout this, because I have different levels of spider web on each one, just depending on how well it went. The picture frames actually did a good job of, they have like good corners so I could tuck the spider webs underneath better. But I think what I sort of maybe learned is that using more is the way to go. I think I was using less because it does stretch so much and I was trying to get a thin layer. But what ended up happening is it clumped more because I was pulling so much of it. So maybe that's the key. Or if there are any of you out there that are really great with spider webs, would love to hear from you on how you get kind of that thin feel, but it covers all of it as opposed to like one thin string, which I found myself getting sometimes. So any advice you have, always welcome there. Okay, here is the finished product. I think it actually turned out pretty nicely. And I'll give you a close-up because I think it's probably hard to see, but the spider webs and spiders. This one ended up a little bit chunkier than the other two. And I probably liked this last one the best. I feel like I got a nice, oh gosh, the light. Turn that off real quick. I feel like I got a nice thin layer on this one in particular. Don't know what I did differently, but I'll try to recreate that maybe the next time. But yeah, here we are. Halloween mudroom. So my kitchen and bathrooms are two of the rooms where I don't have a ton of stuff. So I just did these little vignettes to kind of keep everything that I did have at least together. And then over time, I will fill it in. But just, yeah, a couple new towels, those little witchy recipes in the kitchen I felt made a good kind of apothecary feel, which I think is long-term the look that I'm going to go for in the kitchen. And I got this sign custom made on Etsy. And then here in the bathroom, kind of same thing, just little touches here and there so that when people walk in, it just feels a little more like Halloween. Of course, as you step back, you realize, oh, I wish I had more and I wish I had this, but I am trying to go kind of slow with my decorating and not overdo it all at once. And I do love this Plague Doctor sign, just a metal sign. I'm pretty sure I bought it on Amazon as well, like many, many things. So just some little touches here for the bathroom. And these are kitchen towels, but they have like really nice absorbency, which is gonna work well in the bathroom. And our little poison apple hand soap. Thanks so much for spending a couple videos with me decorating the house for Halloween. I am new to YouTube, so apologies for some of the lower quality, and I haven't figured out how to do intros and outros yet, but as I learn, hopefully these will get better. Thanks. Happy Halloween.